Good morning and welcome to the top of Mount Tabu. I took a break for a few days. I stopped filming after Dwarka and then I went to Rajasthan. I stayed there for I think 3 nights and then I moved on a night train. I arrived this morning at 7 o'clock in the morning to a place called Abu Road. I took a bus to the top of the mountain to a hotel that I booked early this morning. So I've never been here, obviously, and I'm I guess kind of interested in exploring. It's kind of a tourist area. I'm guessing not a whole lot of foreign tourists come here, but a lot of local tourists come to visit. It's pretty capitalized, and there was a bus strike, so I could not get to the top of the mountain by a bus. You have to go through these special jeeps, and it was a ride share, so I ended up in a ride share with a bunch of local people. They appear to be tribal people, to be honest, and I asked them if their house was on the mountain, and they said yes, which I was able to speak in Hindi, by the way. I'm learning, just basic words. I still want to learn more, but anyway, my hotel is maybe a 10-minute walk. I was also going to say, not very often do I get car sick. I think this is the second time in my life. Yeah, basically, it was 1 hour from the bottom of the mountain to the top of the mountain, and it was to the point where I almost had to push a man out of my way to vomit out of the side of the Jeep. Luckily, I did not have to, but it was so close. We had to go through a gate in order to enter with the vehicle, and at the gate, there was this big sign that showed like dead bodies and people who were just mauled. Blood was everywhere. It was crazy. Apparently there are bears on this mountain, sloth bears, and they eat people, they attack people. They hunt for food every day, and sometimes they come into the municipality, and unfortunately people fall victim of the attacks. And they're not shy about showing pictures, that is for sure. So I'm really hoping that I don't run into a bear. It'd be a bad day. So welcome to my incredibly lavish hotel. I arrived maybe 5 minutes ago, gave me a room immediately. Yeah, not the biggest room in the world, but that's okay. But it was the cheapest that I could find online. I think I'm paying $12 per night, which is particularly expensive compared to some of the other places that I've been in India so far. I'm gonna fly through the shower and then I'm gonna hit the road. So I've been walking around for a while. I just stopped and had lunch, a very, very late lunch. I haven't eaten since like almost last night. I've been starving. It was really good. I actually had a veggie burger. It looked like a real burger. I asked what was the meat, and they said, it was potato. In fact, I would prefer that over a real American burger. So anyway, there's a lake over here. I don't think I'm really gonna do any water sports or anything, but I kind of want to walk that way. There's a park here. Just want to do a little bit of exploring and kind of show you what it's like as a tourist in this area. So I've just spent some time walking through the lake area. You could ride on a swan or a paddle boat or float inside a giant ball, maybe even feed some fish. Not really doing any of those things. I kind of want to explore a bit more. I think I'm going to go to a new place. Don't know where yet, but I'm going. So I was walking along the street and someone shouts, "Hello, hello, hey, you, stop!" And that kind of happens a lot, but this guy was yelling louder than normal and clearer than normal. So I turn around and look, and a man comes out of a barber shop and he runs up to me and he says, "I just stopped in the middle of my haircut to talk to you. I seen you walking on the street and I had to talk to you." Basically, he says, well, at 5:30, meet me at a palace and we'll go on a small hike together in an area that is not a tourist area. So I don't know the man, but I'm going to go out on a limb and trust him and say, sure, let's go together. He seems like a nice guy. So come 5:30, you will get to meet him. This is the town of hellos. My goodness, I've had more people say hello to me in the last hour just in the last 1 minute, a group of girls, I don't know if you can see behind me, one of them shouted hello, and I turned to look and they all immediately looked the other way and started laughing. About 10 seconds later, a group of street children that were sitting on the sidewalk, they all said hello, and they were with big smiles. Right when that happened, in front of me, two men on a motorbike who were coming my way, and they couldn't stop looking at me, and they actually hit a man walking on the side of the road who was also walking toward me. How he did not see him, I have no idea, but they were looking at me, smiling, not paying attention, and literally just hit a man on the sidewalk. Crazy. I'm guessing they don't see tourists here very often. So right now I'm actually walking outside of all of the tourist area. It's kind of like, I don't know, a smaller village within the mountaintop. I always like to see not just the beautiful, the glamorous areas, but also the local feel, how some people actually live around here. What are the houses like? What's it like? I don't know. So I'm curious, so I'm walking this way for a ways. So I just discovered a water tower at the top of that hill, and it looks kind of interesting. So I think I found a street that's going to kind of take me there. Let's try to get to the top. So if I'm not mistaken, this is the correct path, but I've been known to be wrong. That's right, I am now in a different state. This is Rajasthan. So basically, alcohol is legal. In the other state, Gujarat, alcohol wasn't anywhere to be found, and it was extremely expensive. Maybe I'll find a beer tonight for the first time in a while. Well, I made it to the water tower. It looks interesting enough to want to climb the ladder, but I didn't. So now I think I'm just basically going to go back down and prepare for my meeting with the man tonight. I met a young boy at the top of the mountain. He just wanted to say hello. I was surprised with the level of English. Anyway, so now I'm going down. I have quite a bit of a walk before I meet the man. Sometimes these cows are really... they make me uncomfortable. They sit, they stop, and they stare, and they turn at you like they're going to charge, but they don't. Still, it's intimidating sometimes. So before I could make it down to the bottom, I was spotted by a few locals. They wanted me to take their photo. Now I have to go down the rest of the mountain to meet the man, and I have a bit of a walk ahead of me. So I made it back to the park that I was at this morning. It's literally insane. There's so many people here. Imagine all of the things that I showed you earlier, but full. Like, there's so many people here. I'm not going to film it again. I have little children around me. They come to, no. They want me to buy their fish food so I can throw it in the water and feed the fish. She's looking through my lens. Yeah, so anyway, I'm sitting here for a little bit. I'm going to wait until another 30 minutes, and then I'm going to go to the mountain with the man. He's looking through my lens right now behind my camera. They're excited. Anyway, I'm just gonna hang out for a while and then go to the mountain. So welcome to the side of the mountain. I met up with Charles. You've lived here for a very long time, and you're actually a professional trekker for, you said 18 years?
This is my 18th year. It's called the Abode of Gods. This is one of the place that I would like that people can come around to Mount Abu and see. The Mount Abu itself is, it's got like 22,000 local population of the town.
Okay.
And the area of the sanctuary is 328 square kilometer. We've got sloth bears around here.
Yeah.
And then we have leopards, which is the one of the carnivore apex predator of the sanctuary.
So basically we started, we're halfway up the mountain now. You've been doing this for a long time. What's the chances that today we'll get lost going to the top of the mountain?
I presume there is no way we will get lost.
Okay.
But once we reach to the top of the hill, we'll eventually gonna see the landscape and the sun and overlooking the city.
Yeah, that's cool.
And the lush greenery hills of Mount Abu.
Do you think we're gonna get eaten by a bear or a leopard?
I'm not sure.
Have you seen one?
Well, this is my job, so we often come across with the bears, and we spot them time to time up in the mountains.
Stay back.
And we stay back.
I was telling them, I seen photos when I entered this morning. When you come in the gate, the crazy photos of like people's body ripped open.
Anything can happen anywhere.
Cool. Well, I guess let's continue and see if we can't get lost.
There is no chances of getting lost.
No chances.
Yeah.
You are like a mountain goat. Do you know mountain goat? Yeah. You're like that. This is one of those moments where This is really beautiful, and I know you cannot see it very well. Looking on your phone, sitting on your couch, this is particularly epic. Well, I must say I'm very jealous of you because you get to do this pretty much every day of your life. Do you still have like a moment in your head that was the most beautiful sunset you've ever seen?
I would say each time when we go to the forest and up in the mountains, every moment is very precious.
Yeah, totally. It's really, really
I'm
cool
very lucky
here.
to be born in this place, which is the host of the called Abode of Gods.
Okay, yeah, I'm a bit jealous, I must say. This is, you can't see it sitting there right now. You have to come here to experience it. The colors here are amazing.
The more you stay here, the more you feel the vibes around here. There are places which are hidden in the forest. People do go and see them time to time.
You said you had a Facebook page, correct?
Yeah, it's
Cool.
called Mount Abu Trekking.
Perfect. So I'm going to put that in the link below. So if you are interested in coming and doing a trek and finding the secret spots, you can connect with this guy and he'll point you in the right direction. But well, thanks so much for taking me up here.
You're
Thanks so
welcome.
much.
My pleasure.
I'm going to call it a night. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you come here. Remember, your time is running out. Start living. Take care.